When you think of the city of Glendale, what comes to mind? You may picture our thriving sports and entertainment district, home to State Farm Stadium and Desert Diamond Arena. Or you may think of the city's historic downtown. Well, those well-known places are awesome to visit, but Glendale has even more to offer. I'm Sue Bredding with Glendale's Public Affairs team, and today we're taking you to the hidden gems that make our city so special. Let's start at one of Glendale's most historic places.
Stop and smell the roses at Glendale Saguaro Ranch Park.
The 80-acre park bloomed from what used to be a working ranch, established back in 1886. Take a walk around historic ranch homes, wander through the orchards, and enjoy this beautiful rose garden, a popular spot for weddings. The west side of the park is all about recreation. You'll find 9 ramadas with plenty of picnic tables and grills. There are also playgrounds for the kids and a dog park for your furry friends. It's a sports lover's dream, with fields to play softball, soccer, and volleyball. And you won't want to miss special events held at the park yearly, like the Antique Engine and Tractor Show and the Folk and Heritage Festival. And don't be surprised if you see these colorful peacocks roaming around. Dozens call the park home. They're the descendants of 3 peacocks purchased back in 1933 at the Chicago World's Fair to control pests like snakes and insects. Visit Saguaro Ranch Park off 59th Avenue and Mountain View Road in Glendale.
After a day at the park, how about a treat? Boy, do we have the perfect spot at a place where you can tour a 50-year-old candy-making factory.
It's a candy factory, so now you get to come in and see how candy is made.
My name is Desiree. I am your tour guide for today.
We do a tour of the factory, 10 o'clock through 2 o'clock every hour on the hour, Monday through Friday.
So a lot of people like to think that we shoot the cream centers inside chocolate, but we actually make the cream centers first. And then they go through like a chocolate waterfall, and that's how they get covered in chocolate.
We're a family-owned business, and a big family at that.
Their names are Jim, Joe, Jerry, Jeff, John, Jonathan, Jill, and Jennifer.
We like big family activities, and we like the energy of the kids and the crowds.
This machine, it wraps up to 1,000 pieces in a minute.
You can see equipment running, stuff being packaged. You'll hear lots of noises too. Someone might see taffy getting made one day, and someone else might see French mint getting made another day.
You guys can grab one.
You'll have, I think, 3 or 4 samples throughout the tour.
So it's a melt-your-way. We make 5 different ones.
The tours are followed with activities that are hands-on.
Today we're making like a teddy bear and like a pie and taffy.
I'm super thankful to get to do this with him. It's nice to have a local chocolate factory. It's nice that they give the tours.
We've been doing this every year basically, and it's just fun, and we come here sort of like a tradition.
It's super fun to see people. So it's kind of for everyone. It's for them and for us.
Glendale is home to major manufacturers like White Claw and Red Bull. But if you love small shops and family-owned businesses, well, we have those too. And you're going to really like the Catlin Court area.
Catlin Court is a delightful mix of residences, restaurants, and retail, selling both vintage and modern merchandise. Walk the sidewalks along tree-lined streets and into the charming bungalows and ranch-style buildings. You'll find ice cream, flowers, teddy bears, trinkets, and much more. You can take an art class, get a family portrait, or even get a tattoo. Here, you won't find any big box stores or chain restaurants. What you will find are one-of-a-kind locally owned businesses and eateries housed in early to mid-20th century homes, some of which are listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Throughout the year, Catlin Court business owners, along with other downtown shops, host fun events like Christmas in July and an annual Front Porch Festival. You can even go store to store collecting unique charms along what they call the Charm Trail. Make a bracelet or a necklace as a souvenir. Catlin Court spans several blocks near 59th Avenue and Palmer.
There are so many beautiful places to enjoy the great outdoors in Glendale, with almost 50 miles of hiking trails and over 70 parks. Enjoy fishing? We've got you covered with these hidden gems.
Cast a line at one of Glendale's fishing lakes, and you just might catch dinner.
Heroes Regional Park Lake and Bonsall Pond are stocked with thousands of pounds of fish each year. In the warmer months, you'll find sunfish, catfish, and bass. And in the winter, there's rainbow trout. Anyone with an Arizona fishing license or a combination hunting and fishing license is welcome. Just make sure to follow the bag limits. And these lakes aren't only for fishing. You can also get your steps in on the walking paths that wind around the water. There are plenty of ramadas for picnics and dazzling fountains that are not only beautiful to look at, but also serve a practical purpose by circulating the water. So grab your fishing pole and head to Heroes Regional Park Lake at 83rd Avenue and Bethany Home Road, and Bonsall Pond at 59th Avenue and Bethany Home Road.
The outdoor attractions don't stop there. Check out the city's Waterwise Garden, where you can learn all about conservation.
We're standing here at the Glendale Xeriscape Demonstration Garden. The whole garden is basically a low water use desert adapted garden that surrounds the Glendale Main Library. You can basically plan your own path. There's a lot of different garden areas that you can visit here. The cactus garden has tons of different cacti and succulent plants. They're adapted for life here in the Sonoran Desert, so they use a lot less water than a lot of our shrubs and maybe some of the trees that we might see here. Some of our cactus here in the cactus garden are found from places like Central America and down in South America. So we've got a lot of unique specimens here that you might not see at a garden nursery. And then there's the tree trail, which showcases small to medium-sized trees that can work well in a residence yard. And we also have the desert food forest demonstration. And those plants that are in that area showcase desert edible or medicinal, these plants with ethnobotanical uses to them that provide many more benefits. And then we also have the habitat garden area, which showcases some signage that can show people how to create wildlife habitats in their own spaces at home. In the very front of the library is where the rain garden is located, designed to passively harvest rainwater that falls off the building onto the concrete, to slow that water down to allow those plants to kind of soak up that water. The garden is certified as a wildlife habitat through the National Wildlife Federation. So if you're visiting the garden, you might come across some interesting wildlife. We have lots of different types of butterflies, moths, insects, lizards, and other reptiles, but you might also come across some domesticated wildlife like peacocks. So we have a lot of peacocks that come over to us from Saguaro Ranch Park next door. But they love it here in the garden. They know where the shade is. Probably the most beautiful thing about the garden is that it serves as a living demonstration to showcase how these desert plants should be taken care of, how they should be maintained, to make sure that they're happy, healthy, thriving plants.
Our gorgeous desert landscaping draws visitors in, and man-made artwork around the city provides a special appeal.
Glendale is a work of art, thanks in large part to the many masterpieces that you'll find all around our city. Here are the top 5 art attractions.
Dale Chihuly's sun and moon sculpture hangs over Foothills Library. More than 1,000 hand-blown pieces of glass make up the gorgeous chandelier. And art goes to good use in downtown Glendale, giving visitors a place to rest. 20 benches painted by local artists line the streets. The city's state-of-the-art State Farm Stadium is a work of art in and of itself. It was designed to represent a barrel cactus with a coiled rattlesnake wrapped around it. This metalwork masterpiece lines the entrance to Heroes Regional Park Library. Sugar beets, hummingbirds, flowers, and fish represent the early years of Glendale. Art takes flight at Tanger Outlets, where a colorful winged mural welcomes shoppers. The What Lifts You mural is the perfect place to strike a pose. Visit these art masterpieces to get a picture of just how beautiful Glendale can be.
Glendale has such a rich history. The city was founded back in 1892 because the land of the Salt River Valley was ideal for agriculture. Glendale has gone through some major transformations since then, and this next hidden gem will teach you all about Glendale through the years.
At first glance, this seems like a pretty typical walkway, but take a closer look, and beneath your feet, you will see the story of Glendale. Walk along the 59 medallions that make up the Glendale History Walk behind the Bank of America building in downtown Glendale, and you'll get a step-by-step look at how the city's past has unfolded.
It's just really stunning.
Created in 2008, the walk was imagined by artist Lynn Bassa and funded by the City of Glendale Arts Commission. The first set of tiles represent the days when the area, now called Glendale, was nothing but desert. Cactus wren, desert tortoise, and different types of cacti were its only inhabitants. Then came the Arizona Canal, and with it, water. William J. Murphy, who founded Glendale, was in charge of building the canal. This is characterized by gloves, mule shoes, and a shovel. Take a few more steps and you'll see the fruits that literally came from the labor of the canal build. Citrus, figs, cotton, and livestock such as ostriches showed up as farms and ranches started to pop up. The crops needed to be moved to different locations, so transportation arrived on scene. The same people who built the canal also built Grand Avenue, which made way for the railroad. Take a few more steps and you'll see the story of the settlers who came to Glendale. Many of them came from the Midwest because they liked the fact that Glendale was a dry town, meaning no alcohol was allowed to be sold here. This is symbolized by telephones, teapots, and paper milk cartons. The first business to put milk in paper cartons was Glendale's own Webster's Dairy Products Company. Keep walking and all the modern-day comforts will land beneath your feet. There are images representing sports, arts, music, and more. You will also see the arrival of Luke Air Force Base. The walk ends as it begins, returning to the desert. Stroll through the Glendale History Walk at the corner of 58th Drive and Palmer in downtown Glendale.
We hope you enjoyed seeing the fun attractions that make Glendale great, and we hope we inspired you to visit our city soon. Thanks for watching.